Hello and welcome to Songs of Silence, a unique 4X strategy, turn-based, unique combat mechanics game. I'm Shadowcoast and welcome to the overview of Songs of Silence. Now, Chimera Entertainment did provide me a free key. I want to be upfront with that. And when I first loaded this up, I did not anticipate I'd spend so much time on this game, but it really sucked me in. The purpose of this video is to provide you an overview, and I do believe this game will be on sale on Steam during Gamescom, which is August 17th to the 24th in 2025. So if you like what you see, be sure to pick up the game. Now, for this overview, we're going to run through a couple of things. First, different modes that you have for the game. Quick recap on different factions you play as, and then we're going to dive into a scenario so you can actually see actual gameplay. So let's start with game modes. There are 3 game modes. You have your core campaign, and this is where I've spent the most of my time. There are actually 8 campaign chapters you progress through playing as 2 of the factions, and it's actually very fun with a compelling story that really brings you into the world of Songs of Silence. So if you do pick up this game, I recommend you start there. Now, there are different scenarios that I've only tinkered with, but this adds additional playability, and you can take on the third faction you currently don't directly play as in the campaign. So keep that in mind. And finally, there's Skirmish Mode, which has a multiplayer option, and if you just want to create a single-player game, you can pick your map size, world types, different fates to add modifiers, and then you can pick your factions and the other competing factions. Now, when it comes to factions, there are 3 factions: Thousand Kingdoms, Old Race, and Crusade. And with the DLC, you can play as the Light Eaters. Now, what's really important here is that during the campaign, you will be predominantly playing as Thousand Kingdoms and Old Race, although you have some aspect of Light Eaters that you can indirectly play as through the main campaign. So those are the 3 factions. They're all unique. They have slightly different mechanics and different units. Now, when it comes to actual gameplay, like any good 4X game, you're going to have your turn-based map management, limited base building, and then core army management. So let's jump in. We're going to actually load a test 2, I believe, here, so you get a feel. Now, I believe this is the final campaign, so I'm going to try to limit spoilers here while just showing you general mechanics. Now, in this game, you have heroes, and heroes manage your army. You'll move them around the map, you'll fight enemies, and those will be kind of the core aspects and elements of what you do. Now, when it comes to maps, the maps can be very large, and you're going to have to manage your different armies per turn, doing and taking on different challenges. Now, when it comes to city building, it's actually fairly simplistic. You will have different cards that will allow you to upgrade different buildings. So we're gonna just we're actually over here. So when we come to this, I'm gonna end my turn because I actually want to play as the other side. So we'll get a little combat here. So combat is unique in this game. You actually cannot directly control your units. So they're going to attack, moving generally straight forward, engaging the enemy. We can indirectly influence them through different cards. So these cards may be able to redirect them, provide offensive abilities or defensive capabilities. So in this case, I'm going to actually sacrifice part of this unit, and it's going to generate more units for me to fight as. Here we're going to actually do an offensive move here. In the top right, you can see we generated a unit that disrupts their range capabilities. Now, other ways we can indirectly influence our units is units like fly, where we say all units that have fly capability, we're going to send over here to disrupt their range units. So you will gain access to more and more cards as you level up to play, allowing you to take on different abilities and capabilities, which is really important to the overall combat. Now, in this case, we're going to be defeated. That's absolutely okay, because normally when a hero falls, unless it's mission critical, you will be able to eventually revive them after a set number of turns. Now what I wanted to get to here is actually base building. Now you can see here I'm playing as two different factions or two different kind of units on the map. We have our kind of battle over here and our battle over here, and we'll manage both. When it comes to city building, we have the ability to build up, upgrade, and or change building types in different cities that we secure. Now what's really important here is that depending on different strategy cards we play, it will allow us to recruit different units and do different things in the city, right? So as we build up the city, we'll build up its defenses, making it stronger. When it comes to army management, what's unique here is that, like I said, you don't directly control any individual unit, but you can indirectly influence them by positioning them in how and where they're positioned before you go into combat. So in general, if you put cavalry behind slow-moving infantry, they'll get stuck. So you need to use some sort of strategy to make sure everyone is set up correctly. You have different resource management, gold, building materials. You'll have divine favor and him or Heim capabilities up here. So you're going to have to manage your resources, and then you can generate units based off expending those resources. So here I just created another unit down here. So there you have light-based management and then army management. So we're going to go ahead and take on a bigger battle here in just a minute. I'm going to get things set up in the way I kind of would like them to. You can see here I'm stacking my quicker moving units, um, so they're kind of next to each other because I don't want to get inhibited by other um, enemies. Now, when you interact with two army units, you can actually have them trade units and move it around. So that's part of the game, is building different buildings in different locations, recruiting, and then focusing your army. So this is a big final battle here, and we're going to go ahead and end the turn. And I believe we're going to show this big battle just so you get a good sense of what combat can be like.
Fortifications delay, Garen. We need to construct more.
And we're going to have a quick battle here. You can see you have different capabilities. So I have defensive fire because I built up the defense capabilities. We knew we were going to lose this, which is fine. And you can see there's going to be give and take. You can't play a perfect game no matter how hard you try. And I'm going to just end the turn here. And we're going to have a big battle. And you're just getting a sense. So on this hero, I have some more defensive traits like healing cards to heal my units. I also have offensive capabilities that I'll use. And that's okay if we lose this battle. We'll try to keep people healed and alive to the best possible degree. Alright, we took more losses than we probably needed to. Now, one unique element here is that as you win battles, you will gain kobolds that carry gold and other resources. You need to bring those to a major city to unload. So, for example, I don't know if it'll let us look over here, but if we look, we have a bunch of loot wagons, and I need to go to a major city to then gain gold as a resource. So there's an element of logistics that we have to manage. Now let's go ahead and do this final battle to give you a sense. So this is one of the ultimate battles. We have numerous monstrous units engage in combat. We're going to try to call in reinforcements, which is a capability. We're going to do unit charge. We're going to try to... Oh, they went over there as we went in the other direction. And we are looking to try to survive. And it looks like we're going to lose this, which is not ideal, but okay. And that is another defeat. So you win some, you lose some. Um, that's okay. So we're going to exit to the main menu. And that's an overview of Songs of Silence. I do highly recommend it if you like the 4X genre. You're looking for something a little lighter, more easier to approach, and that's just good old-fashioned 4X fun. Highly recommend Songs of Silence. Let me know what you think in the comments, and hope to see you in future videos. Shadowcoast out.